Warning: your computer may be infected.
Thank you for choosing Ramtech. This is Nikki. How may I help you?
At Ramtech, our team is committed to helping you solve all of your computer and IT problems. Whether it's computer repair, backup and IT solutions, network security, email management, or phone support, we have you covered.
Here at Ramtech, we make IT simple. Today, we're at Hood Street Art Center. We're meeting with Julie, Adriana, and Giselle. Julie, ladies, you guys fill me in. What is going on with this space?
Okay. Well, I am with Gallery at Hood Street, and where we are right now is our warehouse. And we have recently finished renovations back here. And
Looks very nice.
Thank you, thank you. It is our newest event venue space. We have the gallery up front where we have parties, rent out for bookings, but this space seems to be everybody's favorite.
Oh, I can see why.
And so we do rent this out for weddings and parties, celebrations, networking events, all types of any reason to party.
Right. Team building activities?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Yes, and it's a large enough space that we can actually accommodate a group up to over 200 people.
Oh, wow.
We have the tables, the chairs, we have a full catering station, kitchen, and we're actually in the process of finishing an outdoor deck.
Oh.
So it'll be indoor, outdoor.
Just when it's not 100 degrees outside.
Absolutely, yes. So yeah, we really felt like the South Side needed more trendy industrial style spaces to have events, and so we really feel like hopefully the community will just find out more about us.
Right.
And we've already had a great response. We've had many events, and just are looking forward to continuing that now that we're finally done with all the renovations.
Right.
In addition to that, we do have the front gallery, which is our art gallery that if anybody, please come by. We are open from 9 to 4 every day, and we have some amazing artists that do work. Our resident artists actually in our studios. We have 7 resident artists that call Hood Street their home, and all of their work is on display. So in addition to that, we have painting classes that we do, and then just all types of art events and art shows that we have throughout the year. So there's something always going on in the gallery.
There's always something in the gallery. Now, Adriana, with the Henry Players, what do you guys do, I guess, as far as events or anything like that?
We actually do. Outside of the plays and musicals that we do and our hype stuff, we actually do rent out the space as well. There have been several troupes that really didn't have anywhere to put a show on, and they've come in and rented out the theater itself. We've had schools do that. It's getting harder and harder these days to find space. So they've reached out to us and, sure, come on in. We currently actually have a church that rents from us on Sundays that'll be there through the end of the year, and as they're transitioning into their own space. So it really can be just about anything you want it to be. We have several concerts coming up. My husband and I actually have been working hard on trying to make it a great music venue as well. We have a music festival that we're co-hosting this year, Cigar Box Guitar Music Festival. It was hosted in the gallery the first year, and then we hosted it the second, and this will be our third. We hope it gets bigger and bigger every year, so we're excited to do that. And then we have we had another concert come through. It was a rental. So just anybody and anything that wants to come on in and use the space, we're happy to let them do so.
Excellent, excellent. Now, Giselle, with programming for your ballet, tell me what you have planned.
Well, we put on the Nutcracker every
cool.
winter. Yeah. So this year we'll be at the Henry Performing Arts Center on December 14th and 15th.
Okay.
And we have 3 performances, a cast about 150 kids, ranging from age 3 on up to 18, and then I have a few professionals. And then I try to do a classical ballet in the same weekend that I'll do recitals for everybody in the studio, but then I try to offer something that maybe anybody can come watch and enjoy and get just more education on what ballet is about. So we'll have that coming up in the springtime.
Very cool. Ladies, I need to know more about Hood Street. What's going on here? What are some of the programs? What are some of the events? What do you do?
Well, Hood Street Art Center, we are a collective artistic community of 20,000 square foot facility that we have tons of stuff to do here, whether it's visual arts or performing arts. We house an art gallery. Okay. We have studios here for artists. We have a ballet company, and then we have the Henry Players Theater Troupe.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I noticed some of the art on the way in. It was really cool. So that's really amazing that that's local here. Adriana, you handle some of the theater here. So tell me, I guess, a little bit about that aspect of Hood Street Art Center.
Yes, so the Henry Players has been around since 1994, 92. They've actually we're opening up our 29th season now. Okay. And we, for years, were using the Performing Arts Center. And were approached by the late Andy Davis when he came over here about moving our troupe over here and having our own home. Okay. So, which is what we ended up doing back in 2015. So our programs that we have are our 5 normal main stage shows. We've started a children's program, our Henry Youth Performance Ensemble. They meet throughout the year, and then in the summer they put on a couple big shows as a summer camp type program. And then we have those second stage shows, and it's just a place for everybody to come play.
Oh, awesome. Now, any particular age ranges or?
Well, actually today we're auditioning for our next show, which is a Seussified Christmas Carol, and it's age 5 to 100 plus.
Oh, wow.
So it really depends on the show that we're doing. Right now we're running Memphis, and that one ranges from, I think the youngest cast member's 15 years old in there to 60, 70. So
wow, that's very cool. Very cool.
And it's people of all abilities. You know, if you've been on whether you've been on stage before or not, we take everybody. It is truly a community theater.
Stage fright with them. You kind of work through some of that.
We work through that. Yeah, a lot of our current cast for Memphis, a lot of them are very new to the stage. So it's something that we're here to help them out with and just let them have a good time.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, Giselle, you do the ballet piece, right?
Yes.
All right, so tell me more about ballet and how that works out here.
Okay, so we have a dance studio. We do ballet, but we also are going to do some tap, jazz, hip hop, contemporary, point work, and I'm forgetting something. Musical theater. Okay. And we start at the age of 2. So we have a 2-year-old creative movement class, and we go all the way up through adults. And so any age, any level in that range can participate.
Wow. Huh. Now, where does that happen? In this room specifically?
No, we are actually adjacent here. Okay. So we have, I think about 7,000 square feet. We have 3 studios.
And how many people per class on average?
Average about 10 to 12. We have some that'll get up to about 20, and some that will get down, a little bit less than that, maybe 4 or 5. We have 3 studios that are running at the same time in the afternoon after school hours. And we have open school classes, and then we have a company, which is the ballet company. And these dancers audition, and they can be anywhere from the age of 7 on up through 18. And then I have a few professionals. And then we have a competition team as well.
Awesome. Now I would imagine some of that might bleed into the Henry Player some, and I can kind of see how those roles could mix and commingle. So do you see that happen often here? Sharing of the arts?
Yes, actually, we do. We've tried to, it is a collective, and we've tried to take advantage of that. Probably poor choice of words, but your musical theater class that she started, I think started because we had several kids that were wanting to take dance, and they began the program, and now your class has gotten fairly large, has it not? Several of those kids are involved with our hype program as well. So it does, and then we help her build sets upon occasion.
Yes.
I've had artists actually create art for our shows. So yeah, we have tried to use everybody. And I think we've been pretty good at sharing each other throughout the last nearly 5 years. So.
Wow. Now, Julie, I know you kind of spearhead some of this concept for the Hood Street Art Center. Tell me a little bit more about the history and how this kind of got started.
Sure. Well, first of all, this building is super special. It was actually built in the late 1920s. It was originally built by Mr. Hood of Hood Street, and he built it for a hosiery mill. And during that time, the Great Depression, this was actually one of 3 mills in McDonough, and it has been said that without this mill and the other 2, McDonough may not have even survived the Great Depression. And so that's where it started. It was predominantly run by women because all of the men were either at war or, which is kind of a neat snippet of history, I believe. And so from there, it's been several things throughout the years. But now it's housed for Hood Street Art Center. And really, this whole idea and vision of having a central hub and a central community for the arts was actually spearheaded by the late Andy Davis, the sculptor. And actually, Adriana can tell you a little bit of that history.
Sure, yeah, fill us in.
Yeah, it was in 2015, it was early 2015, Andy was really good friends with some of our board members, has been for years, and was talking to him about what he was wanting to do, his vision for this empty building that was here. Right. There were a couple churches prior to that, and it did get abandoned, so he was trying to talk to them about what he would love to do here. And I got a phone call one day, or actually got a text message saying, hey, we got something we want you to see. And that would have been about February, March. By June 1st, we were moving in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we, as a theater, we were building our own space. Andy was in here building the white boxes and taking care of his space. Giselle was in there building out her own space. We did it all ourselves, so it was.
Well, you did it right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Andy was a visionary, no doubt. He wanted this to be the central hub for arts.
Right, and for the community, and that's what our goal is to continue his vision. Right. Somewhere for the community, whether you're young or old, somewhere that, you'd be amazed if you knew how many people come through these doors. Almost every night, this parking lot is full, whether there's children in dance classes, whether there's auditions, whether there's an art showing going on, or we have art workshops and classes. There's always something going on for the community here.
Well, how can people find out more about what's going on and get connected with you guys?
Sure. We have, our website, hoodstreetartscenter.com, where we, post any kind of events going on, art classes. And from that, you can also link over to Giselle's website and the Henry Players website. Also, Hood Street Art Center is on social media like crazy, like everybody is. Right. Make sure you follow and like our pages, and that way you can really stay connected with everything.
Gotcha. Adriana, how would we get connected with Henry Players directly? I'm assuming we can go through those same channels.
You could. You absolutely could. We have a website, henryplayers.com. Okay. Of course, Facebook, Instagram as well, and we try to post stuff on the Art Center's page as well.
I saw something about the Susicle coming on Facebook. Yes. That was really cool.
Yeah, so we do a good majority of our advertising is actually through social media. So, and if you want to get a hold of us, you can either message us on Facebook, or you can email us through the email that's found on our website, and I'm the one that gets it, so I respond when I can.
And Giselle, how do I get my soon-to-be teenagers dancing with you?
I think the same way. Website, it's DeBlasieBallet.com, and I have Facebook, Instagram, all the social media as well. and we're usually here about 4 to 7, 4 to 8, Monday through Friday, and then all day on Saturday.
With full parking lots all around, right? Today we learned so much about Hood Street Art Center here in McDonough. It's another jewel of our city, of our town, of our county. If you guys have anything that you want us to spotlight here on SCB, send that information over to info@scbtv.com.